Hello. So today we're going to be looking at step-by-step procedure for patching different Linux machines. We're going to start by looking at how to patch an Ubuntu virtual machine, and then we'll go to patching a CentOS virtual machine, and we'll wrap it up with patching an OpenSUSE virtual machine. So if you're ready, like I am, let's get to it. You want to start by going to your Ubuntu machine via your preferred IDE. For me, I'm using the normal command prompt that is available on my Windows machine. You could decide to use Visual Studio or whatever you use basically, or you could even decide to put it into your Linux machine. But for me, I'm going to use SSH via the command prompt. So I'll just put that there and press enter. So now, as you can see, I'm inside my Ubuntu machine. If you look here, you see Azure user at Ubuntu-test VM. Ubuntu-test VM is the name of my Ubuntu machine. So now that is out of the way, we want to update package index by running sudo apt update. So let's do that. So I'm just going to wait for that to be done. All right. So now another important thing for you to do is to view available updates, because maybe you might not even be ready to update your system, but you want to see if there are available updates for you to run. You can run this command apt list hyphen upgradable. So for me, it says listing and then done, but then it doesn't show anything. And this is basically because I've already done patches on my system and there are no new updates. There are no new patches to install on my system. But for you, you probably see a bunch of things here to upgrade. And let's say that you have a bunch of things to upgrade. The next thing you want to do is to type sudo apt upgrade -y. Press enter. So like you already should, I really do not have anything to upgrade because from here it showed that there was no new updates or new patches for me. So we're not surprised that we're seeing 0 upgraded, 0 newly installed, or 0 to move because they are all up to date. So let's say that you actually had things to update. So when you're done updating your system, you typically want to restart or reboot. So to do that, you can basically run sudo reboot. All right. So now I've rebooted my system. The connection to my Ubuntu VM has been closed, as you see here, and it's taking me back to my directory. So this is how to patch an Ubuntu VM. So next, let's go to CentOS. Similar to what we did for the Ubuntu patching, we would want to go to our IDE of choice or access your Linux VM via PuTTY. For me, I'm using my Windows command prompt, and I'm going to SSH into my CentOS VM. Right, I'm in the VM right now. As you can see, it says CentOS toot VM, so I'm in the right VM. Once that we've done that, we want to start by refreshing the metadata, and I'm just going to do that by running this command. I'm just going to remove any necessary file, and then I'm going to run sudo dnf make cache. I'm just going to wait for that to be done running. All right, that's great. So now that we've done that, we want to check for available updates. Check -update. All right, so there's a bunch of updates here, and that is great. The next thing we're going to do now is to apply all patches. So to do that, just run sudo dnf update -y. We're just going to wait for the patching to be done because it looks like there's a lot to patch. And once that's done, we're going to come back. So our patching is complete. And just like every patch, when you're done running a patch, you want to reboot the system. So just run sudo reboot. And now it's restarted your system and it's closed this terminal. So now that we're done with CentOS, let us move on to OpenSUSE. Similar to what we did for Ubuntu and CentOS, you go to your IDE of choice or whatever way you use to access your Linux machine. For this, I'm going to come to command prompt and just open another tab to access my OpenSUSE virtual machine. So I'm just going to enter into it. So it says have a lot of fun, and then it shows the username and the VM name, which is OpenSUSE VM. All right, so to proceed, we're going to start by refreshing the repositories. And to do that, you want to run this command. All right, so we're just going to wait for it to be done. So now all repositories have been refreshed. Next thing we want to do is to view pending patches. All right. So now it says that we have 4 patches which are optional. We have 278 patches needed, and from that, 138 are security patches. So let's say in your environment, you're only interested in running security patches. What you do is you run this command here, sudo zypper patch _category security. All right, and then you run this. But I'm not just interested in running only security patches, so I'm going to delete the category for security. All right, so I'm just going to leave this to run all patches. Press enter. All right. So I'm just going to say yes. So just pay attention to the prompts that you see on your screen. So for example, it says 329 packages to upgrade, 7 new, and it's also letting me know that system reboot is going to be required. So I'm just going to click on Y to continue. So we're going to leave this here and be back when the patches are done. The updates are done now, and as you can see, it says reboot is suggested to ensure that your system benefits from these updates. So I'm just going to do sudo reboot, and as you can see, it's kicked me out of this session, and my system is being rebooted at the moment. So we've successfully been able to patch Ubuntu, CentOS, and OpenSUSE VMs today. So let me know if you had any issues going through these processes. Just leave a comment in the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe, like, and encourage us for more videos. See you next time.